We have breaking news right now. Schools canceled. People in Port Neches are being told to either evacuate the town or shelter in place inside their homes because of elevated levels of butadiene in the air. Michelle Choi is live in the newsroom. And Michelle, those levels are up even though the fire's out?
Yeah, Brandy, that's right. Authorities are saying this voluntary evacuation order and the shelter-in-place alert are out of abundance of caution, but it has plenty of people there nervous. This is all because they detected elevated levels of butadiene in the air. They say it's not enough to do serious long-term harm, but it could make you sick. We're talking about things like dizziness, nausea, eye and throat irritation. So what caused the spike in the levels? Well, officials say TPC plant crews spraying down the equipment after last week's explosions stir the chemicals up, spreading the fumes. They're also worried that shifting winds and higher humidity could keep those chemical fumes in the air closer to the ground today. We're keeping tabs on the situation in Port Neches. As soon as we get an update, we'll share it with you here on H-Town Rush, and we'll send it right to your phones using the KHOU 11 News app. Guys.
Michelle, thank you. This is